say, even women they clad themselves, women they dress. Now show me they wear. You want to wear black room, you want to wear green. But they do the same style, same pattern, same thing. So it shows there is some kind of cooperation, collaboration, coordination, and friendship among them. So for me, I want to congratulate the body of parliament, from the speaker to the clerk, down to the members. Congratulations. It's the first time I don't be member of parliament before. Hardly in the past. We sit opening of parliament, i.e. the speech from the throne, I would call it. They make this kind of decorum show up at our place there, and everybody came out smiling and hugging each other. Because apart from everything else, the message be strong. The message means we, Leonas, we know there's no other side where they go. We get for work together, we get for day together, we get for beer each other, even if there are difficulties for land, for talk. So I think that this today, actually, for sure, say, Sierra Leone don't become of age. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Alpha Kano, leader of government business and majority leader. President commend Parliament plenty in his speech. And I know say you President commend Parliament plenty in his speech. And I know say you now one man we don't they also work for mobilize that Parliament day for pass beaucoup progressive legislation. So I just want to let you give Fambule your reaction today to the president in speech and within Honorable Alpha can just say the committee we experience that spirit in the parliament, the cordiality, the fun, the joke, when a good testament for democracy. With your reaction, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator, my minister, my comrade. First, I want to start with humility and I respect extend to my colleague on the other side, Honorable Abdul Kabu. No matter the position we stand at the moment, no matter how you find yourself at the helm of affairs, the only way we will work with your colleagues, don't take that individual as somebody inferior, but present yourself to and say, you're ready for work with humility, sincerity, and common purpose. Political parties now vehicles, then just stay for shape with political ideologies. But what matters to us very much, how would they represent the nation and the people within the inside that nation day. That's not the kind of thing we policies making. Because one day, we don't see any side who says somebody say, "Me political manifesto is geared toward violence, is geared toward discrimination." Everything what they do as a nation, and parliament, and even the president's statement geared towards the nation building. Mr. Moderator, the president started the first two paragraphs about unity, working together as a team. That's the only way we can progress. He go further. For example, Mr. Mandela, he say violence. If you go be saying violence, you don't build a nation. So the only way we go build a nation when peace they prevail. That's the only way we go build a nation. And on the same note, in the final conclusions, he say, "Lord, we come together, Lord, work," and he make references to so many things. Then the reason why for work together as a team, that time go make Australia go before. So on the light of that, today. We don't see who say characterize social media, even when we don't enact the progressive laws, as the minister say. Una make members of the fourth estate, una they are so today. The one we make for me they criminalize una, for me they make sure say una not able to exercise una role, and the role of una show this nation that this camaraderie where the spokesman talk about this level of statesmanship today, and the way una see we integrate with the opposition and the ruling party, with the paramount chiefs within us. Don't show say Sierra Leone a better place for it. When we started the discussion about national unity, I've been to money, people they frown at time. But democracy is not always your right. Now for buying backwards for accommodate the person in your view. If they fit into your own view, how you go build a nation. So then the fruit will get and the good will get for that being to money discourse. They make the president they always talk about peace, reconciliation, and national security. And it goes further for admonish us that let us not use social media for pelting the way they show negative things about Somali. Some members of the fourth estate, he talked about transparency in governance, but he said one man practice free. Then he said nobody knows that journal in a prison today. So now I could repeat part 5 of the public order act. But again, we talk say they don't invest in the media. So and the president has been very consistent, empowering women and girls. Since they won the first speech was saying in the very first paragraph, and I do back for the first time again, the very first page, he said, what we call inside democracy, we open the space in the representation like parliament too. He said it enriches the tapestry of our democracy. Than everything in the first speech. Today, it repeats support women and girls, even in the mining sector, in the health sector, on several occasions. But more so, he recognized about the insecurity where they are around. We don't for run away from that. And we don't for live in worry. We know something else, and we know something for go. We will the pathway they show we na unity, peace, and make sure the democracy prevails. He also encourage we for also in institutional structure where the democracy don't be for winner this nation. For China we complain and we grievances. Then we can say we say more good dialogue. It complements the AU, it complements the ECOWAS, it complements EU, it complements United Nations, it complements United States Embassy. For the good way to maintain the peace and stability. We also come to realization that every post-elections issues indeed, and we forsake together for address those issues, not by violence, but how do we look at it in the modest way for the furtherance of our nation. Challenges, Minister, for sure we say challenges and they. You talk about inflation, but you talk about challenge. You go to the health sector, you talk about challenge. No, not shame. It's something if you find, you find. Well, the steps, if you were talking about the Fee Salon project, we talk about the flagship program. You talk about the steps that we want to take. You know, say you don't achieve. He said, these are the steps that are there. He itemizes everything. But what do we for take further from today? And he also embedded in his speech about the unity issue about programs where he don't bring forward. Taking about the Bintu money. That said we need for legislate some of them things they are so until we lost them. About to parliament, he talk about parliament. And Honorable Newman would do a load or SFPP. My colleague on the other side, Honorable Abdul Kabu, who are the minority leader. If we not bend backward for accommodate them, we get all the numbers then for pass to one part. But that's not democracy. When we pass law, oneness day, when I see the fruitfulness of the law, how the law they work, how the law everybody embrace that. That makes a democracy a better platform for us. So, Mr. Moderator, that's now I get for say for the moment. Thank you.
We give parliamentarian Mike, when a leader of government business, you know, say he gets mastery of the facts, and yes, and he don't do a fantastic job. He just summarize which we just witnessed today. Now, I want to come to the leader of the opposition at Parliament, the Honorable Abdul Kabo. Honorable, I want to take this opportunity on behalf of government, as the government spokesman, for congratulate you and your party, and for tell una thank you as well, for that display of true democratic credentials. I think what we witnessed today, it's good for beginning all, for let the world know, say, while we disagree, and I know we talk history, they can talk up the party who disagree. That's what democracy is. Me, and them, we don't use a good debate today. Debate all net. If people like one fets, they'll go to room, we'll fets the other side. So while we may disagree, we do not need to be disagreeable. We can fend common ground. So I want to give you an opportunity to respond to what we witness in the parliament, the conduct and the substance of the speech. I just want to make you say, on behalf of your party, and I know say you know the leader of the party in the parliament, for yourself, respond and talk to people of this country. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, firstly, I want to commend them, just like way the leader of government business say, that parliament na law we dey for make. And for on our way you not get knowledge or background as to what to make president they come na parliament this day. Now that parliament get in calendar. Parliament in calendar different from we own normal calendars the way they operate. Parliament in here they begin the first day where parliament open and get in session. So waiting president today now for open the second session. Inside each year we get one session. The session begin last July. So meaning this July, that 1 year they don't do. Presidents can open the next year. And then a virtue of the provision of subsection 3 of section 84 of the Constitution, we say any time where the session begin, president they come. And what to make president they come? They come for two things. Firstly, president may make manifesto whilst he be in the campaign. And then manifestos, then the president they disaggregate them into what he able to achieve on annual basis. So when president can a parliament, they can tell the parliament say, last year where I been come, now this and this and this I've been telling I say I go do for that year day. And I don't able to achieve this, I don't able to achieve this. Next year, now this and this and this and this, now I they achieve. Part of, and always, the state opening address of the president can be an extract of the president's manifesto. And they pull something and they will no say yes. This thing them, now they can tell parliament say, now I want to do this here. You see. So, firstly, of course, the leader of government business say, the minister when I become read, say we look funky small. Yes, basically. And basically, when the leader of government, not to the same tailor. Not to the same tailor get. Yeah. Exactly. Yes. But in truth, yes, but in truth, now that we as parliament, waiting at the instance where president they can't tell we what he want to. We get the responsibility for make sure say we monitor the MDAs them. Ministers, deputy ministers, heads of parastatals, heads of department and agency, for let we make sure say waiting president don't can talk na parliament. They're able for achieve them. They're able for make sure say all the things the way president can talk, they achieve them. So state opening na an occasion where the people and they get a heart of expectancy. Say today with the kind waiting go happen in the next coming years. But the state opening address today of His Excellency, we find out say more about peace, national cohesion, and some of the overall achievements them of the government, including monies where IMF may not give, the grants them with them in the give, the budgetary support, including the MCC, including some other the Security Council achievements. You know, all of those things are applaudable by the opposition. Me, now one person we don't always say, we are in opposition, but we are not opposed to the development of this country. We want less long go before. Because we all run the Naya for years. Not to one party they run this country. They go. Not to one party. I didn't APC. In fact, first na be SLPP. It changed to APC. It come back to SLPP. It changed back to APC. So meaning, the leader they laugh. Who laugh past them first. So meaning, we all for be curious about how we country they go before. How we country go better. Because we are in a competitive world. When you go to other African nations, you go to Ghana, you go to Nigeria, you go to Liberia, where you they refer them to your country. You know they look your country from the perspective of APC, SLPP. You they look your country as to waiting now the hope of the youth them. Waiting we plan for achieve. Waiting are the things that where we plan as government for make sure that we able offer to people them. How they look their nations then they and compare them to we own and say why make we they be part this and that. So state opening address now an opportunity where the president they can tell members of parliament and say now this now I intend for do ya on a monitor the MDs them and make sure say they're able to accomplish what they want for do. That now we primary responsibility. And then at the essence of the state opening. Now just explain so.
Thank you very much, the Honorable Abdul Kabo. All I would say as a young minister, when say APC they come back, I got to work really hard for delay APC then come on. Let them delay. They delay no more. So based on the delivery what they do. But I think the heart of the comments now important. Like I can say at the ministry, Salon big pass we all. For lift Salon above all else. Like I say, irrespective of what differences, and we'll have them, we'll get time for debates, the presidents in speech, decide we're not glad about, but we too want for demonstrates now that we get a democracy, and in a democracy, we can get a debate, and we can still hold each other in hand and smile and laugh because we committed to the things we move forward. Now you no more Dr. Takino mix from politics now. Yeah. All the other one and a politician name. Normally I can always like for mix this conversation from a non-politician perspective. Today we make sure say you self kind inside the well, you witness them and listen to the pine speech. Now as somebody when both an academic and a gender person, I think the leader of government business mentioned say His Excellency, one of the first things that we talk in the opening from the first one to now in focus on the advancement of women, and then now they reflected already. So I want to let you just comment on what you witnessed today and waiting at your reaction to all waiting happen at Parliament just minutes ago.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ba. And true to ETS, for this is the first time we I think say I don't, as my memory serve me right, I don't day throughout. The state opening of Parliament, and I think say I mean very good experience. And from all we I don't talk so far, he also I think say make him a better experience really because even where you knock in the inside day, you watch on a TV or you get the excerpts of what's in previous one them. You can see sometimes disruptions, rancor, but this one was quite impressive, I would say. So for me, thank you again. We bring me kind insight for this. Although you can't give me voice, I mean, I'm a non-politician amongst Tunanaya. This speech, where I first look him and when I listen way His Excellency the deliver him. The first bit, and when I don't talk all inside and it's about for me, what thing come out is about reconciliation, it's about peace, it's about looking at Salon. It's about putting hands together and look at Salon. So it brings out a lot of the achievements when they don't make. So same like what Honorable Abdul say, it's like appraisal, like where they come for appraisal, like annual report. So after the 1 year done, they can now can show and say, now this been done in my manifesto. Now this and this we don't do this year, and I don't think they can continue for do or want for add, pan which you don't do. So then in first few lines, and even the last line where they do in closing, I make specific reference to that and because for me, it was all about, it talked about the seats, all mandated for represent the voices of the people. And so, yes, he praised the members of parliament, and I think it's in both sides, opposition as well as the government side. But it's also a reminder for, say, when I in a parliament, when they represent people. It's about people's voices. And it's very important for make we not forget all man we put we in. And for me, it's also giving a lot of credence to the population, the general population, for say, now people can get power for put and pull people in. And now they get the power for, so we can't continue for them now also the day we forget waiting at them cry there, we forget waiting they make them laugh, we forget waiting they make them move, we forget how the economy they go. So all the things that we talk about really, we specify now about Sierra Leonean people and Sierra Leone in general. Now, for break and down to the thing that I see, I also see good maturity, amongst the members of parliament. And sometimes, previously, they work with them, especially for the woman them and who they talk about then laws them. A lot of things that we can see within the well of parliament or even at the corridors where they're all day, they see them where they outside that street. And I think this has to be manifested outside. This kind of partnership we then get within the work, yes, opposition day, but as you say, they're not opposed to the development of the country. This has to be shown. The one that we did in governance also get for CC. When they in parliament, na mi komane, na mi brother, na mi dake, na mi fambu, we they talk and joke and laugh. But when they're out there, the image where the ordinary person they see, not to him. So if some of them practice, we take them out and we community them for say, more people they know say, you can then at this party, you then at this party. Not mean say we get for fetch, not mean say we get for make plumber. But if you tell like for say we they do some things then behind closed doors, then we come out in public. Now we can show say, can't push pressure, so when I go fetch and down, I go then. Now we have no more to destroy, and I think that is a very important part. Say me want to ask the honorable members them. A lot of this thing we can, like our president talk about this cohesion and this focus and working together, togetherness. Now we're able for sure I manifesting safe. So now every small country, even if we any small corner, where even if we get we own supporter them, when our storm supporter them, we there before go anything for we. The moment I want to fet and kuskas go inside, you say no, not so for be. When I listen on safe, we get for agree for disagree and disagree for agree. So for me that's important. Also, I see, of course, within the President Joshua and within Dana in speech, even when he come, now for talk about the steps that we don't make. We were there on the outside, me as ordinary citizen, don't see, say, for the past 6 years or so, there has been the will, and that is very important, the will for able to change some things there. So when it comes to women and girls issues, there has been the will. So we're not just talk them. We're not just begin draft policy. We're not just put bill. But something don't pass. And we know say where law don't make, then we self as citizens now get for follow on to for say he implemented. And we test the law them. How did the law them for be? So the fact say the GIWI Act pass, fantastic. The fact say we talk about child marriage, fantastic. The fact say we don't make an open, we talk about inclusion, where we don't talk about persons with disability, you talk about women them for normally marginalized groups. For say if you get access to land, if not for fishing, if not for mining, if not education, may the space open, may all man know say we all are citizens and we all in this country. Now we all get the country. May all man feel say something there inside it for them. So for me, some of them things in the way bring come. Actually, I mark this speech really like teacher.
Because you're not teacher.
That's how I make notes all over.
Okay.
There's one part where you talk about also, which I liked in this, where you talk about sincerity, commitment, and urgency. So what do you mean? And then all the quotation we make from Nelson Mandela, to the lead at IMF, all but all the thing and they is building. We put building blocks for make we work together. And it talk so on a small country. if Salon as a country, why we're not able to do certain things then? If we're committed to doing certain things. So if we get to work together for make sure say we agriculture work, mining sector work, we law system work, we education part work, all the things that we bring them together. Now things that we touch on. And as legislators, the legislative arm of the government and parliament will come to, they get responsibility for say, I also like the part where say we election done. We
focus
left
on
the
governance.
politics.
Yes.
The politics can they fan the drum that we can beat from politics because that's in the tension day. But after election done, we now for build. So you within a party or this was within a party, how they build, who say you they we collectively it go register saying that the nation and don't go before. So them parts and they things they were like and you know I've speech very accommodating for me. That's
Thank
the
you.
first yeah.
Thank you very much. An accommodating speech. And this is now from a different perspective. Honorable Abdulkabo, I like the parts where the power back talk says, "Una need to for level bit sooner." It's a real bobo pin them back. Bits no more. And I remind somebody say that level of waiting one call banter, it presents the most legislatures in the world. If you watch Question Time in the UK, you watch where the US president they go to parliament, you see that small cordial back talk that they enter each other. But from a position of not to hatred, but just just undertones, I want to open immediately for questions. So I would questions because I got some follow-up questions and for the panel. But I also know say the leader them then get that thing them for do, then get a lot of guests there with them today. So no one hold them too long. I have acknowledge the presence of the Deputy Minister of Information and Civic Education, Honorable Bokari Abdel Aziz Bawo, Sheikh Alhaji. We'll get on now. Somebody they pass mic. Charles. Who that they do the mic? Who that they on microphone duty? All right, so let me point the 5 force rounds. IB get 1, you get 2, you get 3, you get 4. Anybody else? So we'll do 5. Okay, let's do the 4 and then see how we do. Okay, 5. The part be ending number 5. Thank you very much. So when I give IB the mic. Yeah. Which one? This one? Okay. Yes. Can this one with the work? None of the work. Hold on two. Go on.
My name is Ibrahim Jawa from IB Blog. Yeah, my question they go to the members of parliament, not the two political parties. Would I all the fine words the more say how the agreement and the peace? How we for work together for CC when take this message to our supporters and let them know say politics not to do or that in a peaceful thing where we all can disagree, but at the same time put the country interest above all else. Because most time we can agree together in a parliament, but when we're in a radio or different communities, sometimes we can create high tension. We can lead to the supporters and for look at themselves as enemy. How now for take this message to the people out there for CC, we all unite.
Thank you very much. The gentleman who appointed at number 2. I think next so yes. Now you been the number.
My name is Ibrahim Sarasisi, Voice of Salon Radio. Honorable, I take you back to Honorable Abdulkabo's statement and before I proceed. And as you likely see, the UNANA opposition. As on the position, based on the peace communique where you party signed and on October 2023, how far UNA Dongo and CC UNA party accepted the election is over? And based on the tripartite recommendation.
All right, thank you very much. Number 3, another gentleman there.
Even so for a political newspaper, the question they go to both leaders of parliament. We don't see instances in Australia. Everyone 2-3 months would see faceless or whatsoever people they call for protest or demonstration. So how the two leaders in parliament go ensure that messages of peace not only tap na freedom, because the fear can cascade down to the people that are upline, where they get pile of calls and na freedom. So yeah, he said this or this, that also. How now go ensure not only the message for making tap na freedom, but make it resonate down to the provinces.
All right, thank you. Very similar to, I think, the first question. Number 4, yes.
Thank you very much. My name is Suleiman Chalo, reporter for Expo Times newspaper magazine. This question goes to Honorable Abdul Kagbo. In your closing statement, you talk, say, as opposition, we're not there against the progress of the nation. In the state nation of address of the president, he mentioned key things, of which I go one for you to highlight as an opposition, which includes the MCC and that of Sierra Leone leading the UN National Security Council. From the opposition angle, what do you want, or what are the message you want to send to our supporters out there and the general public?
Thank you very much, Mr. Jalon. Depa 90 number 5, DPU.
Honorable Kagbo, sir.
Yeah, back then as a celebrity.
Honorable Kagbo, just recently you were quoted in the local newspaper. You say after a tripartite committee say you want ECOWAS intervention.
But Kamara then say we always sabi you, but then why they not sabi you?
Yeah.
So do you introduce yourself fine first?
Mohammed Kamara, the Watch and Sagora Media Hub Limited. Honorable Kagbo, sir, you were quoted in the local newspaper say after a tripartite committee said you want ECOWAS intervention for ensure say the recommendations are implemented. 2, you and I, when we talk of democracy, when you saw Sierra Leone score the MCC, we become members of the non-permanent state of the Security Council. The opposition never congratulated the incumbent government. Honorable Kagbo, you are here talking of national development units and all that. What would you say for which we believe we are say, since President Bio came to power, instead of you congratulating him for the marvelous work he has done, so many of them in literature, all right? Now you're saying of unity, just like Dr. Akataki said, after here is another story. Thank you.
The pardon talk. Thank you very much. Okay, we get 5 questions. Honorable Abdul Kagbo, the 2 honorable then I want to action them. Honorable Abdul Kagbo, you're very popular now today. What I will do, we'll start with the leader, and then we come to you, since majority of the question is now for you. Leader, the question for you, sir, how now they work together for take this message of committee, so we can disagree, but we're not disagreeable. See? And then the similar questions now, then one day they call for faceless demonstration. The message of peace across the country. So those are 2 related questions. I think the rest of the question is really enough for me, Brother Abdul Kagbo. So you go first.
Thank you very much. Thank you, the journalist who asked the question. If you don't follow me carefully in the chamber, in the well of parliament, I'm a conscience and God at the south. I don't do opposition, I don't come governance. I don't need out of parliament, I come back. When you serve your conscience, you serve the interests of the people. If you are the minority level, you don't get voice safe. First, I avoid to call vote. I got all the numbers, we can pack for past laws. But I want to ensure say we get that camaraderie and that kind of moving forward as a nation. It's not a process. We would most of the vote are collectively. The only one way we vote really, they begin the opinion. But we listen any side of the argument. You go say Nayadi. We listen to the argument, go say Nayadi. Then at the issue of juror. We deal with that one day, then take their side, we take our side. All my vote. But you know they spoil anything. What matters much to all of us. They could say social media. President mentioned about the cyber law. If we not get goodwill for make them make sure say, let them talk about things that we good for the cyberspace. When they make the cyber laws. We they make law, but we not go able to enforce them. And we not so one for help government, for help this nation. The one that they did the cyberspace for talk about faceless demonstrations, call for mayhem in this country. When I get free platform for practice, expose them. No, don't expose them. Don't talk about them. Everywhere in the world, even Nigeria demonstrate right now. Then show them say that they come out, they demonstrate. Bangladesh, where the prime minister resign, now the students raise the demonstrations. In Sierra Leone, somebody the other side, you know, they show that in. They talk about faceless demonstrators. Is that the bedrock of democracy? Democracy will say why the minority then view. For air out demonstration, for air out grievances, but come forward. Let's say this I want to do. As Honorable Abdul say, not to the first, it can be APC, SFPP, APC, SFPP. That is the beauty of our democracy. What would they make the law and they as lawmakers? Would they expect now for support? We get where they make law, they will go to enforce them. For let you go vaccine for talk about people that will not the all side. This world now a free war. For talking about what you talk in a chamber, there you want to go instigate people there for do bad. I believe of exporting type bad politics. We certify our conscience and the people who understand with God. The other point, I don't want kind of small way has to do with the tripartite because we go for camp. Read that report carefully. Go back to I was part of the team at Bintu Bani. If you look at the wording the way it calls the tripartite, it's carefully worded. There's a review. And most of the team they own at the CISO, if you have been following, in 2022, when they do the Public Elections Act review, when I found out, I said most of the accounts are back. Most of the things they will not pull, the one they will not pull so and see, now the one that we get for deal with constitutional issues, we will get for referendum for vote on. So for me, we all get for play with one part. Inside Parliament, yes, we will go for express cabaradi. Because you get for sure say you are leading nation. Now you make it represent the both SFPP, APC, NGC, now the locality. When you go outside there, that is the face you have to show. And if we will not start for name and shame bad politicians, this is all they talk now, sham. So now, this issue of driving the unity, talking about cohesion, talking about what they propagate so today, we see how we express them when I get the role for play. Talking about what do we discuss on the table, not to post the personality. Lord capture the more president, you talk about national unity drive. From page 1 to the last page, what thing will be with next phase of talking about how government will be. We not take all. Do we believe in sharing? Do we dilute the tensions? So we don't do your part for closing cyberspace for monitoring. But also question the law enforcers. If they mean for enforcement one day. In the West, you follow up, wrap up very soon. If you follow up, right, you against freedom of expression so high. You do something that they monitor you, that they follow you, go correct, they count you. It's happening. In a country like Sierra Leone, we don't have the technology, but we have the human resource for able to say, no, you can't talk something like that. But you go so side, you go talk something different. You have to stop that. We should not aid and abet bad policies. So for me, I feel as parliamentarian, what I can do is to make sure that I enact laws. Laws, not the cruel all. We say democracy, the law, not the not to democracy. Yeah. Jungle practice, thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Honorable Matthew Nyuma. Comrade, you get some question in here. In addition to the question they would ask the leader just now, the majority leader, somebody say if we don't accept the election don't now because we sign tripartite and you position on that. Somebody say if you mean what's now your position on the very good news says Salome don't finally, after years and years of fighting for get MCC, so we don't finally, and by the way, MCC now scores they will pass, now measure they will reach collectively. Follow what saying, I may know from some of my conversation there with you on this issue, but I think family one for you. And also somebody say, congratulate the country. That like, congratulate yourself. Because you're part of the leadership of the country as a leader of the opposition of parliament who make into the Security Council and the presidency. And then Pakamara say, then could you say you ask for ECOWAS intervention for guarantee the implementation of the tripartite and with no response to some of the issues that day. So might you some time, I think we'll give you up to 4 minutes for you to touch on anything then.
Yes, let's begin for Pakamara we last ask question. Pakama need for noting the responsibility of opposition. Opposition not to for clap for government or sing for government. You journalists can choose for clap for government and then our own problem. But we as opposition, we for make sure say we checkmate government and see waiting government they get correct and waiting government they get wrong. And I believe say safe and a balanced journalist then they for be your responsibility. Usai get government gets wrong, we dey clap for them. Usai government gets right, we dey clap for them. Usai government gets wrong, we for act as a pressure group for correct government say no, this not correct, this not correct, this not correct. Now then they are the role of an opposition. Then secondly, somebody asks about faceless but protest. They say protest and demonstration. They say waiting the opposition they do. Firstly, under democracy, protest not a crime. It's part of governance. Under democracy, let me make this back, let me repeat what I say. Under a democratic dispensation, protest is not a crime. You have to follow the procedure and processes. Write to the Inspector General of Police, let's say this. Basically, not of this for less alone, they experience protest. So now we know make as if protest now one of the worst crimes them we people can commit. We self as opposition, if there are things where we're not happy with, we get right to protest. We get the right to protest. But when you protest, you for ensure say you follow the rules. You for ensure say you present yourself, let it not be faceless, so that government not go know who that them for tackle, who that them for meet, who that them for talk to. You see, so I want to make that also very clear. Then somebody asks, how we go make this message of unity reach to we people them now the country? Message of unity, not to work out and they work out with her. Now waiting the people and they see. Now they know say unity day. Action speaks louder than voice. I know who talk say me and the minister, me and a comrade. Then tomorrow, then see me and the minister within a CID. Nobody no go believe me. So government, when are the bigger partner, get a responsibility on how for deal with the opposition. Some of we they talk to people in our governance. If government they and they no say something for happen, this for come, this for that, then for able for reach out to we the opposition and say, no, honorable law can't law see how best for resolve this. Instead of they say no, law we send CID for the Secretary General, law we send CID for the organizing secretary, law care and go and CID, law do this. So some of them things and they we can able to sort them out back those because we are all young people. Tomorrow government go change. Me no go like for them governance as see me come with Tiba. They go na CID, then they lock and they. I will never tolerate that. Because we are more of Sierra Leoneans than APC or SLPP. No condition is permanent. Today na SLPP, tomorrow I go be APC. So we for able to get that common ground where they go no say no. Today now we. This person he don't do bad, or this person in statements we making not okay. Law call APC, but law talk to APC. Law ask them waiting at the thing. Most of them problems they are we can able to solve and behind door without CID involving, without police involving. We can able to solve and behind door. And once we solve and behind door, we people and they see. Let tell you, one time the way me and the minister are a close friend of me, very close friend from university days. Of course we are all comrades of the Radical Club. But once I do a snap, people then blast me on social media. You know I make them blast me? They don't blast me because of the minister's attitude towards me. Because regardless of the fact that he is SLPP, I'm APC, we are still friends. But the way government they handle opposition, we people then see. If they see that thing, they see say, oh, 10 opposition members, they don't go arrest them today. They don't go CID now, they don't go police now, opposition office, or opposition man, they don't hold on today. Then they see me now opposition, they snap with people in our government, then go take offense. Now I make I say action speaks louder than voice. So most of the things then we get for the solve back of door. They say this, when I go quote me back. In Sierra Leone, one government don't rule this country forever. It's not possible. Government get for change. And some of we one day at the position, even when government change for say no, we all not salomon them. Lord, we not antagonize ourselves. Lord, we not fight ourselves. Like for example, I go Ghana recently. Then take me now one view, one side. If you see the villa the way they did, the estates the way they did, I asked who that then get there. They say na Ghanaian politicians them. Now then the build estate, then they develop them country, build them they develop them country. But you know you for the salon politician build in country. Because you know say tomorrow where government change, the first way then they can see is now in building. We not help yourself by that.
Man is still below.
Yeah, so, now they say so man they in building it is under COI. Instead the anger where government change for let's say go and company.
Well, if you don't account for your building, if you know your account, and I don't want to give the impression say COI and accountability and inherent bad thing.
No.
Because for example, me now as a government minister, I pay 20 million or less. If inside 6 months I build 4 or 5 buildings, I think say right for the after government done, for let them question me, and if I'm not able to present the account of how I get a building, the government for Caesar, you disagree with that?
Interestingly, I know they're against you.
Wait, no, you disagree with that premise.
No, I not disagree at the camp. But interestingly, where we they do them kind probe then they let it not turn like say we are doing it against one set of people. People and they even at the former government, Mr. Minister. People and they we also build structures them.
But Alaji will respond. But good logo number 2. Would I have been poised for number 2? But in you, yes. I can send you a copy of the speech like you watch.
Yes. My name na Mahmoud Silla from
Don where I get now. That's for the leader of government business. I want to take this time for tell the press say as parliamentary journalist, he is a lover of the press. With the photo and grab, but he has never despised the press. God bless you, sir. Press gallery na lie. All right, so honorable leader of government business. My question is that we
they take care of the journalists then. After they praise you, so they take care of them.
All right. Honorable leader, the question is that with the proposal for remove the auditor general and looking at the current configuration of the 6th parliament, it's obvious that the SLDP don't get the 2/3 of 99 MPs. How on a plan for go around this? And to the presidential spokesman.
You don't hold me.
I just want to ask the three politicians the question almost.
Normally I can only give one question per person.
All right, well, I just kindly.
I'll allow you today.
Mr. Presidential Spokesman, it seems as if the president, firstly, he was very briefed. He provided a lot of specifics at the opening 4 or 5 pages of the address. But one thing, as he say, conspicuously absent. Now, the fact that we don't hear the president talk about the constitutional review, and of course, and also talk about how we plan for address the issue of divergent opinion. I begin one question for Honorable Abdul Kagbo, but since you don't allow me, and I think saying I'm going to be fair for plurality's sake.
Would I begin number 5? Now this gentleman in front, yes.
Good afternoon, Samuel Johnny from Star Radio. There is this quotation that says, when a man loses money, he loses nothing. But when that man loses integrity, he loses everything. Quoting Honorable Matthew Newman, we, as in us as journalists, it's high time we began to name and shame bad politicians. And he anchored it saying, in absence of laws, jungle practice. You see, sir, how can you appreciate that statement, linking it to reinstating Paran? Mr. Minister, please, can you give us a highlight to political prisoners? Thank you, sir.
Huh? I forgive highlights on political prisoners. Okay, you mean item 4, right? under comprehensive. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Good. That's some really good questions. Thank you very much. This will be the last and final round. So this term, I want to let Abdul Kabo start, and then I can to we with the government. There's quite a few government's questions. So Honorable Kabo, AKK, allow you. Honorable AKK, allow the leader let respond. Leader, the question now that I think one you assessment of governments on democracy, human rights, I think justice was the words the person used. I think that the only question anyway then direct at you. I don't forget anybody in your own question as well, right? I think that's the only one. No, but okay, good. So respond to that, and then there's quite a few questions for you on this side. Go ahead.
Yes, firstly on the assessment of the past 5 years of President Bio relating to democracy, good governance, and the rule of law. You find why they make this assessment maybe in the presence of Unawe Binde Salon, where we all see what we go through, as a country as a whole. Why make we talk about tripartite? We talk about dialogue. We talk about this. Usai they go make peace. Na usai peace not. Na they go for go make peace. A act for the comrade na call person. Say, but una can't talk case between me and my wife. If he and wife they at peace. If nothing no happen. Usai something they will go wrong. Now they call people them, let them intervene. So the mere fact that we summon ECOWAS, Commonwealth, Africa Union, they all come for camp preside over Salon young problem. That means things then they will not able to handle and manage for we serve to the extent that we need other people then for can help we for manager. And like how they say, Salon small. We all that's it. Any side way elections get so much issues at the end of the day, it don't happen again at any other elections in this country. Let people be satisfied. Say yes. The vote then count and being now this we get, now this we get, now this we this, now this then this. Because one thing we not they make, governance well structured. Now because beaucoup problem then they in the elections. And what happen nationally not too different from what happen at the Bar Association back home. Up till now they are struggling, and it go bad for less alone get that kind image there. Say any elections now not got up. Or any elections now, Lord, we anything we come out today, we agree on them. It go bad. Me picking they go pure. In fact, 9 can force from Form 2 for go Form 1. From Form 1 for go Form 2, sorry. From Form 2 for go Form 3, sorry. On a say me picking the demote. From Form 2 for go Form 3. GSS 2 for go GSS 3. 9 can force, 9 class. I send me with they go in PTA meeting, then get the PTA elections where then they organize. Me with go there, and not even sabi none of the aspirants them, but it decide for monitor the elections. After the elections, I go take them there. After the election, me with the go bitterly inside the motor car. He said, "What is happening? It's not fair." Now I say, "Waiting." He said, "Before we Nine and the right, then they vote for one of the man. Everybody they vote for her. Everybody they vote for her. He said the man will contest where people elect. Police then go, then beat her and they arrest them, then put her behind, and not even see the elections. So it's becoming a pattern. And if this pattern continue, it go bad for we. Let we allow the people then forget their choice wherever elect at our base. It no means say because me na APC, you for be APC for let lead at our base. It left for la prove mistake to you for let you say yes, waiting this person they do is correct. So one of the things that we will get for doing democracy as a nation, we for allow democracy for their to play. Let the people then choose who that they want. If now Okada riders, let them choose who that they want. Let them not get pressure or influences from any other side. You see. And in terms of like we the comrades say, we commend government for the MCC. Because the MCC self na similar trend them that they assess the MCC. We as a party, nobody na APC no go tell me say we no go want for let MCC canas alone. No, we self want let this blackout way they lay done. We self want yesterday if I stand in a blackout and sleep come with. I mean for right report, me computer all thing even for iron self are not been doing password like generator for the one.
The MCC so we will not spend it.
No, now this
is problem then they.
Now this now for energy specifically. So Mr. Self want let that problem, let the money come, let them problem then they solve. So anything now where I want iron, I know say yes, light day, I go use iron. Because where they come, not to SAPP no get for benefits from them.
Then they jump us.
Yes, now the entire country. You understand? Now the entire country. For their side and they, I want comment government. But like I say, now one thing we for always learn, government, if for be open to criticism. Any government where no one criticism, not to a democratic government, not to everybody for clap for president for sing for him. Where president do good. That lady will grab for asking question. You see somebody come up here, one can knock the lady for question where they ask. If that person the way one can knock the lady, no say salon na a democratic state, everybody get right for asking your question. You no go attempt themselves because you know say the entire all go turn against them. So we get more for work on democracy and the rule of law. I tell you, thank you.
Thank you very much. Comrade, I think the side where we can disagree normally, now I can call the extent of we history. You mentioned the question of elections and interfering in elections. We go agree on that. We go disagree with you vehemently. Now the suggestion say that today the person will perfect the art of interfering in elections of market women in Swazi. Not to me party day. The person will start up. We decide say this country all election. No, you don't get it on.
It's allowed just
honorable, you don't know.
No, you are quoting me. You don't quote me now.
I just
you don't quote me. On all sidom. I even talk saying that today. I talk saying that today.
No,
I'm not talking saying that today. And where are they talk and not even be specific to any government.
Honorable.
And two, we as young people not go say because this don't happen 1960. Now a justifiable reason for let happen back. Whether na SPP, whether na APC, even if APC come back na government, then they do this kind of way not correct.
I don't pull the.
I for able for condemn APC say no this thing is not correct.
I don't pull the mic na here no. Now you not get the stick in the talk. Not so. So we not disagree on the outcome. Also we disagree. Now we get the impression because we they assess this government that now a new phenomenon for say the interest in the election and day. I agree with you 100%. We need to forget a country where we get elections we allow for happen reflective of the people and will. It's also important to they talk they see that we for stick by rules. Now they no more disagree with you. I agree with you by the way, and I strongly condemn the one that we attack the woman we immediately talk at the town hall. But I was very clear. In fact, I scream at them, say I don't like it. But also, and I insist for Gian the mic as His Excellency asked, but I think you will agree with me as well as the honorable member, like if you, while citizens get right for kind of parliament, if you organize your events now in a parliament, you invite His Excellency the President, then one citizen then at that parliament day, he cannot do well. He say, no, in a citizen, he can't in passport for talk. Honorable, you as the leader of parliament, you go make sure say that person they if secure, in fact, security is not allowance if any son of the world. They will call a stranger. There are rules in a democracy. I don't want to let you I don't want to let you be caught up glorifying people the way things say because you get voice. Therefore, you know for abide by the only ways we make this possible. The beauty of democracy now that you know say I don't call you I get for respect. You know that. You know, say I don't commit myself to time. Them are the guy where they want for ask question and put up their hand, they ask question. That's why you come. Because you know, say I go respect that. If you have been told Katakumbe just now, you know they come. If all my rules. Because rules now they make the democracy go before. Leader, before I come to Honorable Alpha, question say somebody asked the question about the integrity and the restoration today of the clerk of parliament. I want to comment on that. And then there was another specific question on